Hello, everyone. Welcome here to another interview session. We have right here a very special guest, Orko, to share about his successful journey with us, like always. It's very inspiring to see these journeys. Like whenever you're going for a bachelor's degree, it takes time, it takes the courage to do so because there are a few people, like most of the people, probably 90% of the people go for higher studies, for masters or for PhDs, but whoever goes for the bachelor's, they have a different type of stories to share. And we're going to see that today with Orko in here. So Orko, congratulations. He just got his visa
Thank you.
granted yesterday. So he has received his offer letter from Macquarie University for Bachelor's of Applied Finance in Northwark campus, and he's going to be joining very soon. So congratulations from our team, Orko. Thank you so much for joining
Thank you
us
so much.
today to this interview here. So let's
My
start with
pleasure.
you. So can you share us about your feelings here?
Yeah, I'm happy and I'm ever grateful for Tanvir Bhai and to Tanvir Bhai and the whole team actually. They helped me with every bit of energy they could, and yeah, everything the Almighty has seen over me, and yeah, the rest
So
is
that's great.
I
So
had
we
to
are
be
really
patient
happy and
and
overjoyed.
the result came in.
Yes, that's great. Yes, definitely. That's a very good one there. So it's something that you should be proud about yourself. You're proud about you. So thank you for staying until this one. So everybody would ask you that everybody goes for computer science or they go for information system or cybersecurities, or probably they go for software engineering or any other subjects. But why did you choose your program as applied finance? Can you tell us a little bit prospect about this subject in future? Why did you choose so?
Actually, I chose finance from my childhood passion. Whenever I saw finance in the TV or the newspaper, I was always curious. I ran away to ask my parents about anything that confused me. My father was a banker and my uncles are stockbrokers. So, growing up, I always used to hear about stories about finance, my father explaining people how banking stuff are going there, and my uncles they're doing stock brokering. All that helped actually. All that gave me a kind of buzz that yes, I feel comfortable in that particular area. So when I wanted to apply to Macquarie University, I straight away knew that I have to apply to finance. And yeah, there are many career prospects. If I talk about the career prospects, there are so many. And yeah, it would take so long to actually explain the whole thing. So,
Yes,
that's all.
definitely. People need to do their own research for that because yes,
Yeah,
finance is a very good subject, honestly speaking. No, not people know about this, but accounting and finance is one of the top subjects right now and the ones that people need for the other countries as well. Very, very good choice there. Orko, very good one.
thank
So
you.
now let's talk about this right here that you have chosen Australia as your destination, and Macquarie University is one of the top universities in the world right now. So can you please tell us a little bit about why did you choose Australia as your study destination?
Okay, so first of all, the weather of Australia and the vibrance of Australia. Growing up, I've always used to watch the New Year evening of Australia. That used to
Ah,
hit me a lot, a lot. The New Year Eve of Sydney, the New Year Eve of
hopefully
Melbourne.
this time you're
It
gonna see that.
always, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Hopefully,
great.
I'll be able to see that this year,
Until come
inshallah.
true.
You see, so when I started from, I actually started from another state, which is Victoria. I applied in a few universities, bit of few universities there, but there I had my friends opting for Sydney, New South Wales. So I had to actually change my path a little bit later. So I went for Sydney, and whenever I chose Sydney as my destination, then I had to choose Macquarie University because for applied finance or accounting, those kind of subjects, Macquarie University is one of the top universities, not in Australia. It's one of the top universities in all over the globe, actually. Everywhere you go, Macquarie is a very top-rated university.
Definitely. For whatever it is, for whatever degrees it might be, bachelor's, master's, Macquarie is definitely one of the top universities.
Yeah, yeah.
And to know more about that, okay, for finance and accounting, Macquarie is one of the top universities. That's a very good
Yeah.
information there. whoever is watching, please to cast that up for yourself as well. So yes, that's a very good prospect there. So you already told us why you chose Macquarie University for yourself. Can you tell us a little bit more about, yes, for the Sydney part, you chose for Macquarie Universities, but can you say a little bit more about the university itself?
The Macquarie University itself.
Yes, a little bit about Macquarie University, why I chose
Okay.
so.
Macquarie University, I know Macquarie University since I was in class 9 or 10 in my
Oh,
high
that's
school
great.
days. So yeah, so whenever I used to hear about Macquarie University, it was like, okay, a dream university for me. One of those universities that you know you want to achieve, but you know that you have to work hard. So yeah,
Yeah,
Macquarie was one of them. And
yeah.
whenever I went to apply in Macquarie University, I had to research a little bit that okay, which courses ranked where and which courses will help me how. So when I went to research this whole thing, okay, finance was a great option for me, or accounting was a great option for me, as it
Definitely.
was my childhood passion and all that.
Yeah.
Then I saw that Macquarie University is ranked within 100 in the QS World Ranking, actually 98th right now for finance and accounting related subjects. Okay, so it's located in North Ryde in Sydney, in the heart, in sort of the heart of Sydney, and actually it's one of the most
Great.
beautiful campus of Sydney. You see, so
Yeah.
all of those things hit me, like you
Mhm.
know that I saw the university in the pictures, and I knew that yeah, this is going to be
This is
my
you're great.
university, and I want to study there.
That's a very good one. Very inspiring story there. This is your passion for finance, looking into your father's and your uncle's doing. So that's a very good one. Yes, that's where the passion comes from. And your
Yeah,
university itself, yes, that is one of the most beautiful campus in Australia, rather in the whole world as well. It holds a
yeah,
very good and very beautiful campus. So yes, we are really happy that your dream came true there, Orko. So hopefully we're gonna see you there in a while. You're going to be there. You're going to watch the New Year's Eve and all those fireworks that happens that you used to see on your television. You're going to watch it by your own eyes. That's a dream
yes,
come true. That's
so mentioned.
that's what
Yes,
dreams are for, right?
you're right.
So now let's move on. We have Tanvir Paya here to share some of his views as well. So Orko, let me ask you about Tanvir Paya a little bit. Everybody tells us that Tanvir Paya is really good. Someone say that he's very awesome as well. So let us see that what you have to say about him. So please do share up your journey with our team and with Tanvir Paya, and what are the services that you receive from him?
Okay, to start with, Tanvir Bhai is one of the nicest person I have ever seen. Actually, I've never met him. I will soon, okay? But yeah, he is one of the nicest person I've ever talked to. You know, every bit of my journey, every bit, he helped me with everything he has got. You know, nobody would help me like he did actually throughout this whole process. Whenever I broke down, he motivated me in every step, every step, every step. Okay, this is a disclaimer for everyone that would come to Australia or want to go to Australia through the team, through their teams. Be patient and pray and keep your faith on Tanvir Bhai. He will do everything he has got for you. He will do everything. Trust me, he will do everything he can,
Mhm.
and nobody else will actually. I have seen so many people in this area, and nobody helps like he does actually. Nobody.
That's great. That's great. That's a very new word there, Tanvir. You are really great. And thank you for helping Orko there and everybody else to the team.
Yeah,
So you already are you satisfied? I believe you are. I definitely believe all the
yeah.
work you
With
give and
yeah.
everything. So are you
My
happy
heart
with
is
that?
gratitude to the whole team actually.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. So are you satisfied and happy with the service that Tanvir have provided to you?
10 out of 10.
Okay. So full score for you, Tanvir there. So great job. So let us ask some of things here. Like it was a very long journey for you, right? From the very first, choosing your universities,
Yes.
GT, going through the visas and everything. There was a very long process, I believe. But did Tanvir charge you anything or any service charges? Did he take it from you?
No, there is no charge at
Mhm.
all. It was completely free, and Tanvir Bhai again. Tanvir Bhai did everything for me, everything he could.
Oh, that's great. So it seems a little intimidating that, okay, Bhai's doing everything for you, but he's not charging anything. So that's the thing, everybody. This is one of the true stories that we are sharing with you so that you are not scared about asking anybody for your help. That yes, there are people like Tanvir Bhai who is going to help you out with your own services, with everything needed, with your visa grant as well, and will make your dream come true. So thank you, Orko, for sharing those ones up. So can you please let us know a little bit, like, how did you get to know about us and Tanvir from any references or anybody telling you about him?
No, it's actually a long story. It's from 2022 and February 2022.
Oh,
Um,
that's
I
a very
was,
long.
I was scrolling in the Facebook, and
Yeah.
advertisement came, and right away I messaged about, okay, whom to talk to, or the team
Mhm.
answered and replied me that they gave me Tanvir Bhai's number, and I talked to him for a long time since then. Okay, then I was got busy with my life, and okay, I got a bit detached from Tanvir Bhai, and yeah, since this January this year, we got attached again to talk, and yeah, Tanvir Bhai helped me from then, and since
Ah,
February to this May, it was my whole journey actually, from applying to the universities, from IELTS to offer letters, to paying the universities, to COE, to U visa, everything within these 4 months, and everything with Tanvir Bhai.
oh, that's great. So we can believe that you're going to be recommending us to others as well about Tanvir
Yes,
Bhai
yes,
who
yes,
are
of
seeking
course,
this
of
kind of
course.
services. Of course, that right. So definitely
Right.
we can understand Orca is really excited for his journey. So before we conclude this session and everything else, so Tanvir, how would you like to share some of your views? Like it was a very long journey, I believe, with Orko as well.
Yeah,
So would you like to share some views about him with us?
sure. Yeah, sure. Um, Orko also received $10,000 scholarship that we need to mention. I think we forgot to
Yes.
mention
Oh,
that.
yes. We didn't
So
mention this thing.
yeah,
Like Orko has already received $10,000 grant scholarship per year. He
yeah,
has 3 years of journey he need to complete for his bachelor's, and every year he's going to get a $10,000 grant of scholarships. That is rare. Everybody does not get that, and everybody has a concept that if you want to go for a bachelor's degree, there is no scholarships available for you. So but Orko got that. Definitely he's lucky, and definitely his profile was good enough for him. So congratulations for that one as well, Orko. So yes, I
Thank you
believe
so much.
everybody knows about this now. You can continue.
mm. So Orko, congratulations again, and I'm very happy and
Thank you,
proud.
Via.
This is my first time actually. I'm seeing him face to face.
Mhm.
I spoke to him in 2022, and it's more than a year or half maybe. And he messaged me, and then we talked for a bit, and then there was a long discussion and what on and off. We got to know each other, and I found him very, fascinating actually in many ways. That he was
Yes,
very
he's a very
curious,
energetic
yeah,
person, I
energetic, and he
must
was,
admit.
mm,
Yes.
mm, and he was very curious about certain things. And so I tried my best from day one, and I thought, okay, he's my little, younger brother. So sometimes what happens is like we never saw this as some kind of business or anything. So whoever came to me, and that's how I see and our people see. So basically, um, especially I have a soft corner for people from Bangladesh, like um, whether it's come from a countryside city, or it's from all across of the segments of our societies, whether rich, poor, middle class, upper middle class. My students, that I call them our, like there are younger brothers if they're younger. So they coming from different backgrounds. You took Mazharul Islam's interview, right? Like few probably a month ago.
Yes,
So
wow.
you know his journey. So when I compare that journey with, let's say, 10 other journeys, each and every journey is very unique. So Orko's journey is also very unique in a different way, because he's coming from a background of, let's say, he's a very good student, and his parents are very supportive. And so it was, look, the thing is, the whole journey was, it's very colorful. Each and every student has their own, issues, difficulties. Some are easy, some are not. But at the end of the day, if you have patience, you can work things out. So that's what Orko did actually, and he was very patient with that. Sometimes he was a bit anxious, which is very natural and normal with anyone. I would do that, like, because in a situation like, his, I mean, so when I was like, let's say many years back, when I was just, completed my high school, when I was in this situation, I was trying to get out, from my country for higher education. I was doing the same thing. Back then, there was no, like Facebook or YouTube or this kind of platforms that you can get informations easily. So this time, these generations like Orko and others, they can easily access these informations through these platforms and technology. So when I see that there was a time that we couldn't do that, but now they're very fast. They're very, they can get a lot of information, but at the same time, as you know, it's hard to find like a outside mentor actually. Like if you go to, it's not only this, when you walk through your life, each and every step, you need someone there to guide you through. So when it comes to this, let's say career, business, family, or you do other things, you need someone there. You need someone to follow, or you need someone to guide you through, whether it's maybe your parents, maybe, or take a decision, or there are like your friends. So what happens, Orko was doing is he was trying his best, and he had a lot of questions. And of course, there were things that he wasn't too sure about, because in Bangladesh, what happens is after completing HSC, the younger generation, like you're young and you're not too sure about which direction you should go. There is a pressure from a family, there is a pressure from friends, there is a pressure from the entire society that we have, that there is social pressure that, okay, they expect someone, the kids to be a doctor, engineers, or they want them to, see somewhere like BUET or medical or somewhere else, but it's very competitive. There are very limited seats in Bangladesh. We have limited resources. So these are the challenges that these young kids the faces, like someone like Orko and I did also, and his friends. So we discussed about all these things, and then one day we decided, he said, look, I really want to do this, and I really, it's very challenging. I don't know what to do. And then we discussed, and then I gave him, some information, and we narrowed down the university list. And we also had to discuss a lot about the location, the budget, the scholarships and things like that. So we applied not only for Macquarie, but a few other universities. There was, of course, there was an issue that, like, when you have family, they just think, okay, who this guy, he's talking to, and there is always a trust issue, of course. In a country like Bangladesh, there are so many people there, and there are so many agents, there are so many things that are happening there in India, in Bangladesh, in Pakistan. It's a very, it's a risky kind of thing, I would say. If I was him, I would probably think like that.
Definitely.
If I was like a father or mother, I would be worried about that, right? That where my kid is dealing with. So it was very challenging for me and for him as well, to coordinate. At the same time, there was certain steps that sometimes they didn't understand. I had to deal with that, and they've been very patient with that. So I'm very thankful that he has been patient. The most important thing is that he was very passionate and he was very focused. Whatever we
that's
did,
a must. He's a very passionate person.
yeah, him and his friend, Shafin, the one who got visa like 2 days earlier than him. So they applied at the very same time. But I think they're school friends. They're very close to each other.
Yeah, we are school friends, childhood friends. Actually.
Childhood friends. So he's also a very good student, and I actually got to know him through Orko actually. So that's what he told me the other day. So like previous interview. So I life is very, sometimes it makes you think that, look, through this technology, I got to know him, he got to know me, and then I spoke to his parents actually at some point, And we got few Apple letters, and then before making payments to the universities, of course, they were worried about certain things. So I had to, explain certain things. So look, this is safe. You don't need to worry about it, how these things works. And the tuition fees are protected by the Australian government. The university cannot touch it until the student gets enrolled. Otherwise, they will refund. Let's say there is a visa rejection, for example, they will definitely refund. So these are the steps. And of course, there were other things like documentations, GT statements, SOPs. These are, those checklists. I'm sure, Apu, you know those things, right? And I've been dealing with them. Also, you've gone through that with your friends. So he was like, whatever we, instructed him and Shafin and others, like other students also, applicants, they were very focused. I'm very lucky in a way that whoever I met, I found the really amazing people that they followed, like Mazharul. He was very effective guy, I would say. Like Orko is good in his own way, right? And he prepared all his documents. Everything was ready on time. He did everything by himself, and his father, of course, helped him a lot. He was very supportive. Sometimes it's very hard when you in a country like Bangladesh, that sometimes parents doesn't understand that what's going on there, and they think just they don't understand certain things like checklist, documentations. They worry about tax, they worry about that, this and that. But when you explain, they understand. Sometimes there were some anxiety, there are some worries. So you just need to be patient. You need to sometimes, I find, his some kids, what they do is they're very close to mother, but not with father. Some are close to father, but they're not with mother. So there is an issue. So what I do, I just tell them, okay, who is closer, mother? Okay, talk to mother. She will find a way for you. Okay. Like the other day, there was another applicant from your reference, it was Labiba, right? And I gave a solution actually. I said, look, you have a difference. There's a gap. I can see there is a gap between her and father. So I said, talk to your mother, and then they found a solution eventually.
No, that's very well. Thank you so
So
much
it was nothing to do with the counselor or anything. It was just something that, okay, father wants to say, okay, I'm worried about certain documentation, but okay, there is a way. So talk to your mother. Maybe she will make her understand that how important this is for her daughter, his daughter, And finally, he eventually came up with that solution. And I'm happy, and then it's moving forward, right? So same goes for Orko. Orko he was very supportive actually. I spoke to him like probably 3 weeks ago, if I'm not wrong. And it was a very, very brief discussions. I gave him certain instructions. So I told you need this. And he had a few clarifications to the, I had to clarify certain things like stock related documentations, like whether it is, whether we can show this or not. So I instructed him what to do or what not to do, to what extent. So yeah, he prepared well, and there was no issue. There was no issue. Like I checked with my visa team, and they said, look, everything is fine. And we prepared his GTE. And there was some, as you know, I'm very picky or selective when it comes to documentations. It's very that how you want to present yourself, right? Like you don't want to give the visa officer a chance or an excuse to raise a question mark on your entire visa applications or somewhere on your documentations, right? So I gave him a checklist. He followed that. I triple checked. He triple checked, and I checked with my visa, the officer from our side. And then I changed his GT statement, I think almost 6 times, if I'm not wrong, because
6-7 times, yeah.
6-7 times. Every time he gave me, I said, look, you need to modify, you need to update. I gave him, I made 3 points. I said, look, you need to work on this area. And then slowly, it takes time, because you see, the first thing the visa officer is going to look at is your statement, that's you, because they're not taking interview face to face, not even over the phone. So this is your mirror. That's those 6 or 7 pages. That's you. So I explained them before. They didn't understand. They thought, okay, I'm just going to write whatever, like there is a structure, and then I'm just going to follow the samples. And so Orko understood, his friends understood, so they did changes that they understood that how important that statement was, because you were presenting that statements, that's you, because visa officer is going to look at this document and think, and it's not only for Orko, for everyone, I'm telling, like I think many like student doesn't understand that, and they got issues with those, and they worry about, like, so how am I going to do this? But they need to be patient and focus. And I'm sure the problem is no one guides them. That's another problem. They just say, okay,
everybody needs the guidance.
Yeah, so they just give them a like couple of the samples, and so you just go right. There's some people have
one thing about Tanvir Bhai actually. One thing about Bhaiya actually, what he wants, he asks us that precisely actually, that okay, I want this and I want this done by that time. Okay, if I got that ready by that time, if it's okay, the thing is okay. Or if he has a feedback, his feedback is even precise. Okay, so everything he told me, that asked me that, okay, do this, do this, do that, it was precise. He precisely wanted that. Okay, so I need to do that. I knew that I need to do that.
You did a great job, actually. You were very, very, you were very, I would say, very, focused, and you did your best, because whenever I asked him to do, him and Shafin also, like both of them, actually, I mean, they were not like some people I have seen, they take time to, they take, it takes time to process in their head. And sometimes they worry about certain things, that what to do. And there is a language barrier, of course, like when you have, not with me, but with the, they worry about the writing. They think, oh, what am I going to write, like some people, they think that someone will help them. Okay, you can help them, but they can't. You need to present yourself. No one is going to write for you. Even if they do, it's not going to be as good as, it's not going to reflect yourself or your situation or your circumstances.
You should be doing it for yourself.
And then if you don't learn, the problem is this: if these kids doesn't run, then how are you gonna, you will face more difficulties in the future. So this is a learning process as well. Okay, so these guys, they're very good. Orko is very good, and Shafin and his other friends, and the previous, our other applicants, they're very good actually. Sometimes they worry. That's the worry. I try to,
very natural processes.
Like remove the worry. Say, okay, you don't need to worry. If you don't even understand, try. So I didn't have any difficulties with this, like Orko and others. And we did like multiple applications. They had to go through a lot of documentations, like same thing had to repeat, like SOP 10 times, and then you have multiple, let's say, I don't know how many universities I applied for them, like 4 or 5 maybe, and we got like, I think 5 offer letters, if I'm not wrong. And I tried to clear
7 for me, actually 7 for me.
7 for him. No one would do that. And I need to stop.
Nobody does that. Nobody does that. Actually, nobody.
I need to stop doing that, actually. No, it's just a bit too much. But I did that for him because he was very passionate. I knew that this guy, he's gonna do something really well. And so I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do for others. I'll definitely do that. But I think I need to limit a bit for the future.
Yes, we must believe Orko is a special case here.
Yeah, he was a special case actually for me. It was very challenging. No, it's good, and I like his. There is a lot of energy there, and he's full of life.
Yeah, it's very enthusiastic person.
Yeah. I hope he will.
My pleasure.
I know he will do very well in the future.
Yeah.
And I think finance is a very good one, because his father, he comes from a banking background. And
finance is a very good stuff.
Yeah, and there are a lot of things you can do with their career, or or going into a business or something. This course will equip him for the future, his endeavor. And also, I wish you all the best again. And it was really nice meeting you. Like, even I've been talking to you like 4 months, and there was a big journey, but I never met you actually. This is my first time I'm seeing you face to face.
We'll meet soon.
Okay, when you come here, definitely we'll meet you. I might go and pick you guys up. Just let me know when. So yeah, I'll sort that out for you guys. And I try my best to keep in touch with you guys, like not only you and others. For me, it's not a business. It's more like becoming like a big extended family for me. Each and every students and their parents, and of course, like the upcoming students. And I try my best to give them as much as I can. And I'm sure Orko will do really well. And also one thing to remember that for the sacrifice that your parents made for you, especially your mother and father, you need to remember that. And
Of
even
course,
if you are leaving your home country, you need to contribute to your home country where you born. Okay, I know there is a bright
of
future
course.
in Australia for you, but then again, you need to make sure that you speak to your parents and in
Yes,
touch
of
with
course.
them, because you see, you are the son, probably one son, only son, I believe. And when you leave,
Yes.
imagine how it is very exciting right now, but then again,
Yeah.
there is something that's it's very you need to so you need to make sure that you do not lose that bonding, and you need to
Yes,
strengthen
of
that
course.
bonding in the upcoming days, because they're getting older. You will have a family at some point. Make sure they're with you, and because I've seen a lot of people, they change this very quickly because of time, money, success, or maybe they become busy in their life. But
Yes, ma'am.
again, parents, because that's
Definitely.
Yes,
most
of
important.
course.
Okay, until you die,
Of course.
keep them with yourself. You need to keep them, man. I'm gonna tell you.
Yes,
Okay, and second,
Mhm.
if you can do something for your country or your people. I know there are a lot of issues there, a lot
will
of
do.
difficulties there,
Mm.
challenges there.
Yeah.
We cannot solve all these issues back home, but we can contribute in a different way, maybe whatever way you can,
Yeah.
right? So whatever way, maybe you find your own way. I'm not gonna tell you what those ways, okay? So
Mhm. He
yeah,
will find his
help
own.
others also if you can. Like,
Yes, of course, I
okay,
will.
yeah, I know you will. You guys are very passionate and full of life. So our next generations are looking up to you guys. Okay, so we will conclude, and Afrina, if you have something to say, you've been very
Yeah.
patient, and you also you did a lot for us. Actually, you helped his friend and others with their journey, because you also become part of their journey also, whether maybe you think that this
Yeah.
is nothing, but it's very, very important. You cannot just ignore that, because let's say if someone
Mhm.
becomes whatever XYZ in the future, uh, because of that bits and pieces you did,
Mhm.
that's why they're there, and their
Even a
parents.
single mark is very important for us actually, for
Yeah,
this journey.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm
we
grateful. I'm grateful they are coming
so
over and seeking
mm,
those help. Like most of the people stays behind. They don't know how to seek help as well. That is one of the skills that people must gain for themselves, I believe. People think that if I'm asking for any help, they might be asking something from me as well, or probably some service charges. It's everything relatable with it. But do ask help from others whenever you need so, because those are the things are not valued with money or anything else. It's about your life, how you take care of it, and how you brand for yourself. Those are the things, those are the smart moves that you take for your life. People are right there to provide their service. You just need to take them on time.
yeah,
So I
Well
believe that
said.
it's been, yes. Thank
okay.
you, Orko, for joining us. It's been one of the most enthusiastic person I met on the interview sessions here. So great to see you, Orko. I'm really
Apu,
happy.
can I add a few words actually?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Please
sure.
do so.
Okay, first of all, everyone that's watching this, remember one thing: not all heroes wear capes, and two, keep patience. You will
Hmm.
get your visa or whatever you want in life soon. Just keep faith on whoever you believe in. In my case, Almighty Allah, thank you, all thanks to Allah, and yeah, keep believing in Tanvir Bhai. He will help you a
No,
lot. Thank you.
believe in yourself. No,
Yes.
thank you,
Yeah,
Orko.
the
Trust
self-belief is
yourself.
important, but
Yeah.
believing in the person that's helping you, it's also
It's
very
very
important,
important as
actually.
well. Definitely,
Sure, sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
I agree with Orko as well. Yes, you need to trust the person that you're taking help from. Because if you don't believe on him, then you're not going to take help from anybody else as well. So
Yes.
very good job. Thank you, Orko, for sharing up your nice words. That's very motivational as well. So what see your dreams, dream bigger than you can and see that those dreams are going to come true. Everybody needs to struggle, but if you want to make your dreams come true, you must make it happen this way. So thank you, Orko, again for joining us today, for taking up your time, sharing up your journey. We are really grateful for that from our team and everybody else. So we are wishing you best of luck for your future endeavors. Please do remember us in your heart that we were here for you. So please be there for someone else as well. So thank you, everyone.
Of course, I'll do.
Thank you, Apu.
So,
thanks to the whole team. Thank you.
Thank you, Orko, for
yes,
joining.
I believe we are going to conclude right here. So thank you, everyone, for watching until here. Yes.
Thank you, Apu.